How do I do this?
Oh, I hear somebody. All right. Okay. So we are recording. Welcome, everybody, to this free webinar in our Fluency Free for All, this summer series. We have a lot to share with you this summer, and we're starting it off just right with Amy Marshall. Let's give her a big applause. Woo! So excited to have Amy with us, and super lucky. We're all super lucky to have her here. And so, um, let me share with you a couple of the things that we have going on this summer while we allow some
I
people
will
to come
see
in.
you. See you tomorrow, Olivia.
First, we have our 101 classes coming up. These will be just a basic workshop. Now, if you haven't been to a workshop in the last few years, uh, this is special. This 101 workshop is giving you the TPRS 2.0 training on that, where we've added some speaking stuff, and which is new for us. But the results have been absolutely amazing. We cannot believe all of the just amazing results we've had. So let's see here. Okay. And we also have our national conference coming up in Huntsville, Alabama. First time we've ever been in Huntsville, Alabama. Joy, you're going to be there with us. That's going to be awesome. And Joy's
We're
going to
so
be there. Steven's
excited.
going to be there. What's
What
that,
are you
Joy?
making me?
We're so excited.
I know. Woo! So, and stick around, and we'll give you, as you stick around, we'll give you a discount so that you can come a little bit cheaper. Every bit counts. We want you to come join us there. It's going to be a blast. We're going to be at Joy's school, which has,
I told you I'll get in the morning.
if you has, what Joy's school has is a hacking range. And a hacking range is where they go in and practice hacking and defending against hackers. Hers is a cyber technology and engineering school. So you guys got to come see this range. It's pretty cool.
Cyber range.
Cyber range.
They
It's
do practice
exactly right.
hacking,
It's a cyber range.
but I can't figure out how to make my background read right.
Oh, it looks great. It looks just like it's saying exactly what it's supposed to. It looks just
Oh,
right.
okay. It's mirrored on my side.
It's mirrored on your side. Don't forget to register for next semester at the T. Paris University, wherever you are. Are you starting? Are you shifting? Are you stepping? Are you stronging? And there will be a TPRS serve, so keep an eye out for that. Just to let you know about what is in this free for all summer series. Of course, we're starting with this one, but our next one is if you want to look into how does TPRS work with TESOL, with speaking English. The fastest way to fluency. What are some of the results that we've had, and what are some of the tips to get you to the fastest way to fluency? People are sharing their results with us from their stamp tests and their Apple tests, and they're nothing short of amazing what they're getting in 1 year. It's crazy. Also, Amy Marshall will be doing a second one, woohoo, where we're talking about more CI and less chaos, how to create the comprehensible classroom you love. That'll be on June 4th. And then Jeremy Jordan, Senor Jordan, is going to work with us on Page to Passion, maximizing engagement with novels, how to do some of that. Yours truly, I'll be here using music in the world language classroom. I'll share with you some of the tips how I can make a song make it fun and last 18 days. It's a blast. Then we have how to teach advanced students. How do you adapt TPRS with advanced students? That's on June 25th. I'll be doing some daily reading, how to do daily reading to increase reading proficiency. Jeremy will talk about how to do the choose your own adventure styles novels. There's so many cool tips that just reading it through doesn't make it's okay, But watch what we can do when we have a few tips on how to make it super engaging and super fun and trick them into reading it multiple times. Finally, kind of a controversial statement, CI is not enough for fluency. Come see why we say that. Ooh, ouch. Well, you know what? The truth is, it is enough for fluency. However, there's a way to do it faster. And so, anyway, we'll keep going. And then from input to output, we'll wrap it up in July 30th. From input to output, it will be our last one for the summer series. So, with that, some of these will be followed up with some Beyond the Basics courses. And stick around for a coupon code for those as well. If you want to take a deeper dive than 1 hour. Today, we only have Amy Marshall for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So if you want to take a deeper dive, she's going to take us through a lot more in her full Beyond the Basics course. And I'll show you when those are. And I'll give you a nice little discount for joining us today. And with that, let's talk a little bit about Amy Marshall. If you don't know about her, oh, I have lost it, Amy. You're going to have to introduce yourself. I have all these tabs up and I don't know which one I put it on. Nope, I can't find it. All right, Amy, let's just give her a big welcome. Thank you, everybody. Give her a big celebración. Amy, go ahead, unmute yourself and let's get started.
Unmute. All right, there we go. Can you stop sharing your screen for me so
Yes.
I can get going?
There we go.
All right. Let me anchor myself for everybody. Hey, everyone. I am so excited to be here, seeing all of you. First of all, I'm so honored that you've chosen to spend an hour of your free time with me because I know how precious it is. Oh my, right? And we are tired at the end of the year, finishing up. Who's on fumes? Just making it, just coasting into the gas station, hoping to make it. All right. So today I'm going to talk to you about games, movement, and mayhem, fueling comprehension with joy. And so I am, as Craig said, I'm just going to give you a taste. I am a TPRS teacher, and I have just made this huge bag of tricks that has gradually grown as years have progressed, and I just keep adding to it. And I'm going to share some of those things, a taste of those things with you today. And then if you come back for the other one, I've got a mountain of thoughts and ideas that I want to share with you. I want to share before I go on, this is my email. I love to collaborate with people. I love when people have questions. That's my PD. That's how I become a better teacher. So when people challenge me or ask questions or say they don't understand something, it makes me think deeper. So please, there's that. My YouTube channel, DMS Spanish. I have a blog. I don't write a whole lot of, but there's a bunch on there. And then finally, I do have a Teachers Pay Teachers store that I can share with you, and that's Zona de Profes for you to see later. So let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a couple different areas, but first I want to talk about why brain breaks. Why are they a good thing to do? Brain breaks are good in the TPRS classroom. They're good in any classroom because if you haven't realized it by now, just learning a language is rigorous, period. And giving your brain time to regroup is super, super important. So we can use brain breaks to recenter after we've done a story, or even in the middle of a story. If the kids need a break or get squirrely, refocus after a chatty moment, because the brain break is just a burst. It just happens real quick, and it's a minute or two. Reset energy before doing a reading. Reconnect after an intense activity. It just gives us opportunities to regroup, refocus, give our brain a break, but still stay in the target language. These aren't necessarily games that are going to be like just willy-nilly. We're not just doing fluff here. We're giving meaningful input even in our breaks. And so there are cognitive benefits to doing brain breaks. They prevent overload, gives them time to process input. It boosts their retention and stimulates memory. It improves their focus. gives them better attention if they have these brief pauses. So let's, well, also going to say emotional and social benefits. This is community building, lowers anxiety for a lot of kids, restores calm to the class, and finally, instructional benefits. Smooth transitions. It's an easy way to transition from one activity to another. It increases stamina for kids. They're starting to run out of gas themselves. You do a brain break, ooh, brings back the fun, and they're ready to go. And it multiplies your minutes. It's called time warping as far as I'm concerned. Doing a couple well strategically placed brain breaks. Well, at the end of the class, kids will be like, wow, that went really fast. I can't believe that this class is over. And so they can be really beneficial if they're strategically placed. Now, let's talk real quickly about why games, because it's a whole different ball of wax. Games, they're not just for fun. As I said, we're not just doing fluff. They're engagement with purpose. We've got a specific reason for doing a game. I'm not the teacher that just puts a movie in to watch a movie with my kids. And there's always a purpose to what I'm doing. So you'll see with every game I do, I am teaching them something, leading them somewhere. Games provide repetition without boredom, input with joy, connection through play. It's important for them to have all of those things. Even when they're in high school, all these things are important. Students are playing, they're acquiring language, they're building community, they're staying motivated, often without realizing that they're doing any of these things, and they make a huge difference. All right, so let's dive into the fun stuff, yeah? I'm going to start with some low output games for us. Low output, that means I'm expecting little production of language from my students. All right, but we're still using the language. Now, this first one we're going to play, it's called Higher, Lower. What you will need is a deck of cards. If you are digitally savvy, there are lots of websites that have digital decks of cards, and you don't even need to actually have a physical deck. Depends on the feel of the class, whether you want to use a physical deck or not, how big the class is, what the space looks like. For me, it's easier right now to post it up on a board when I'm in my classroom. So what happens is students are going to need to guess whether the next card that shows up on a deck is going to be higher or lower. Now, I know we've got a lot of different languages represented here today. So all of my examples are going to be in English. We're going to do it all in English, but all of this would be done in target language. All right. So you can do this game in a variety of ways. You can have students standing at their chairs, and when they get out, they sit. You can also, if you want movement, you can have students circulate in a circle past you, and when they get to you on their turn, they say theirs. If they're out, they go back to their seat. Otherwise, they keep circling around the classroom. All right, so there's a variety of ways to do this. And what happens, I'm going to share my screen in a moment to show you how this is going to work. And we're going to try to play. I'm going to ask for some volunteers that want to play. Oh, Craig, you're going to be a joiner? I love it. I love joiners. All right, so here we go. As you can see on my screen, there is a card there. You need to guess if the next card will be higher. If I were doing it in Spanish, I'd say más alto, or lower, más bajo. If a duplicate card comes up, let's say that the next card I flip over is a 2, I'm just going to go to the card after that. I'm going to ignore the doubles. Okay, so that's not going to mean anything. We ignore the doubles. The lowest that can be is an ace. Ace will be our 1. The highest we can have is a king. Now, you want to add more input to this. You can have kids, when the number flips over, say the number that pops up. Dos, tres, as, jota, reina, rey, jack, queen, king, ace, any of those numbers. You can do that if you want to do it. I stick with más alto, más bajo. It makes it go faster. But you can add more output for your students if you want. So watch, I'm going to hit a card. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Okay. Oh, Craig, you would have been out. Craig, you would have been out. You
Oh, it's
said
worth 11. It's worth 11. I get to choose.
So if Craig had been in my classroom and we were playing and he said más bajo, he would have had to sit down and then I would have gone on to the next student. And that's how you wipe kids out until you get to the end. And at the end, whoever's the last person standing, I am rotting out the world's teeth one student at a time. I give them a piece. Or you can give them points, or you can give them, whatever you do, a homework, whatever you do to reward your students at the end. So you're always lucky if you get an ace or you get a king. All right. Also be aware though, many students do not play cards because they're busy on their phones and they don't know the cards. I've had to explain this. There is a learning curve, so expect that. Do we want to try a little bit? I'm going to say,
Hey,
yeah, let's try some. I am going to turn off, I'm going to hide people that do not have video on. All right. So, let's see now.
look at them come back. Woohoo!
All you joiners, I
We
love.
all want to play.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'll tell you who's going next. I'll say a name, okay? Here we go. All right, so let's start with Michelle. You're gonna say higher or lower. And you can do thumbs up or down, however you want to do it.
Hey.
Higher, smart guess. All right, it's a jack. Krista. Lower. Oh, Krista's out. Let's do this. If you get out, would you put some sort of an emoji on your screen so that I don't call on you? Please and thank you. All right. Where do we go? Okay. B Trimble. Higher or lower? Lower. Okay. Good job. All right, you're in. Joy. Higher or lower? Higher. Good job. All right. Vianney. Higher or lower? Lower. Ding, ding, ding. Good job. All right. Melody.
Higher.
Higher. Excellent. Cat. Lower. Oh, Cat's out. Oh, nuts. Holly.
Lower.
Yeah, that's a good guess. All right. Katie.
Oh, ouch.
That's a hard one in the middle there. Katie saying higher. Oh, Katie's out. Elizabeth. Higher or lower? This is a freebie here. Yeah. Oh, it can't be lower, Elizabeth. An ace is low. Ace is as low as it goes. Oh.
Isn't ace the highest?
No, ace is the lowest.
Wow.
In our game.
Thanks for playing. Tony, this is all you.
Higher.
Higher. Oh, just like
Oh,
higher. Maria.
Higher. Oh,
Nice. Jack. All right. Marie.
higher.
Oh.
oh.
Marie. All right. In the car. I can't see who you are. And it's Shang the iPad. I got some of it.
It's Japanese, though.
It's Japanese. It has a no.
Oh. Higher or lower? No? All right, I'm going to go back around to Michelle. Michelle.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, you're still in.
Lower.
Lower. Good job. All right. Krista's out. B Trimble, higher or lower?
Higher.
Safe bet. All right, good job. All right. Joy, were you in or out? You're in. Okay, and you want higher?
I'm in, and I'm going to say higher.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
out. Yanni, are you still in?
Yes, I'm in.
All right, what do you say?
Higher.
Obviously. Melody, were you still in?
Yes. Lower.
Good job. All right, Holly.
Higher.
Whoo! Katie, were you in or out? Are you in or out? You're out. Oh, look at your sad face. That is so sad. Okay. Elizabeth is out. Tony.
Higher.
Yes. Oh, Maria, easy one right here. Lower. Good job. All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. Do we all have an idea of how that works?
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions
Yes.
on that one?
No?
It's fun. It's a fun game. The kids love it. I like to do it, having them circulate around the room, coming past me, and as they come past me, they say it, and I pop their.
May I ask a question?
Of course you can.
What happens when a lot of the kids are out and you only have a few left? What do the other kids do? Do they start to lose interest or?
They have to be cheerleaders. They have to be cheerleaders. So they're all.
Okay.
I have them. If they're at their seats, I make them engage and cheer. They've got to cheer or boo or make some sort of a reaction just to keep them engaged. You'll see with a lot of my games, I actually make everybody participate when they get out as well. This is one where I just make them cheer. But that's a great question. Okay, so we are moving on. Next game. Mind Reader. This is so easy and such a fantastic game to do with your first classes, your beginner classes. However, you can always do bigger numbers. Okay, so Mind Readers, you're going to pair your students up, and one student is going to think of a number, and then the other student has to try to guess the number in the target language, while the other student guesses. The person whose number is thinking the number, they're either going to point them up or point them down. All right. So if, let's see, I'm going to anchor Craig. Okay, Craig, ready?
Yes.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. I'm sending it. Okay. Start guessing.
3, 7, 9, 8.
There we go. Now watch. Craig, I am thinking of a month of the year. I am thinking of a month of the year, starting
Easy.
with, all right? Okay, go.
Julio.
Mm.
Octubre.
We have such a mental connection. Oh my gosh, that was exciting. Craig on the second shot. Wow. So as you see, you can do days of the week, you could do months of the year, you could do numbers,
Colors.
colors, although it'd be hard to have an order if you could do Roy G. Well,
That's true. That's true.
it's hard to have an order.
Rainbow on the rainbow.
You could. I would say you could do numbers 10s to 100, hundreds to 1,000. You could isolate, my kids are having trouble remembering 50 to 60. All right, 50 to 60. Pick a number and do it that way and vary it. And you'll see, this is a huge, fast brain break. We're still in the target language and they're practicing. I myself think that numbers are one of the hardest things for kids to internalize in language, which is why memorizing them, they're all, you're like, you ask them how many, and they're like, and they're counting on their hands, trying to get through the list that they've memorized. If we start using the numbers more often, make them do them in order, out of order, in variety of stories and different scenarios, the more exposure they get to the numbers, the better. All right. Any questions on this one? All right. Fantastic. I'm moving on. Feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions. All right. Now, this is actually a game. I wouldn't consider this a brain break at all because it's going to take a little bit longer. You can do it. We're gonna do a demo right here. The goal here is not to go over 100. So this game is called 101. This is a great game for practicing numbers again. You need a sheet of paper. You can do it without paper and pencil. I just find that it's hard for kids to focus and remember and keep track of things. So it's just easier for everybody to have a scratch paper to jot their stuff down on. All right. And that's why I say that. And you're going to have one die, just one. The object of the game is to score as close to 100 without going over or out. So basically, you're playing this game to find out who's getting out. All right. That's the last man standing, as it were, will be the winner. So to play, students are going to take turns rolling the dice or the die. I should say the die. As they roll, they can either take their number as a 1 or as a 10. So if they roll a 5, they could say it's 5 or 50. Does that make sense? Because they're going to want to get other people closer to having to go over, and they're going to want to be able to pull back the numbers to save themselves so that they don't go over. So they can use it as a 1 or as a 10. All right. Now, I want to play this one. Let me get rid of my playing cards and go to my dice roller, and then I will share the screen again. All right. Do I have a couple brave souls who would like to volunteer? Look, Craig is such a joiner. My goodness. Okay. So I see. Okay. I'm going to anchor the people. Anchor. And I see Michelle. Anchor. And Krista, did I get you? Krista. I've got you, Krista. And Joy and Craig. Oh, there's Katie. Katie wants to play. I see Katie. Yay, Katie. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to roll the die. I'm going to roll the die for you. In a class, you would roll the die yourself. Okay. But I'm going to roll the die, and you're going to say your number. We're doing it in English. Heaven knows we can't handle these numbers in multiple languages. It'll just rock us right off our foundation. I can barely count in English. All right, so here we go. I'm going to roll the die. Oh, it's so exciting, 3D like that. All right. Let's start with Krista. I'm going to say Krista, Michelle, Joy, Katie. All right. Krista. So, oh, and of course, Craig. Oh my God. That was so kind of me. Forgive me. All right. So Krista, is that going to be 1 or 10?
10.
All right. Krista's got 10. Now we're adding to it. Ready, Michelle? Oh.
10 too.
All right. So what's our total now?
20.
We're at 20. Joy.
10.
It can't be
So 30.
30. So 20 plus 30 is
50.
50. All right, here we go. Ready, Katie? Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
we need to get to 100 without going over.
Huh?
I'll take
You're
that
the
as a.
winner.
Wait, what does that get? Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Take
go
that
ahead.
as. Yeah. Okay. Take that as a 50.
Which puts us at
90.
100.
We had 50.
Oh, 100. Oh,
100.
This is at 100.
Craig, honey, it's your turn.
I'm so glad I can do math.
Wait, am I going to go over 100?
Craig, you might go over 100. Oh,
Wah, wah, wah. Katie, you burned me.
Craig.
That's why she's Katie Blackburn.
She burned you.
She burned me.
I love it. All right. And then we would just go through again and play another round. Right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And you see how fast it is, right? It's so easy to do and easy to do as a class. Like if you wanted to do something fast like that and make a couple cool little teams, you could do so many things with it. And so that's a game that they love. And I
like that it encourages them to do the 10s.
To do the 10s, yes. And that's why I say they can have the scratch sheet. So like you could have written down Krista's so that you knew we had 10, and then Michelle would know 10, and then I've got 10, and I've got to make it 20, and then Joy could make it 50, and they just keep adding it on the paper. And again, it's just scratch sheet, and they don't have to have it, but for the ones that it makes them feel more comfortable. Yeah, Michelle.
Like one scratch paper per round, or like everyone has a scratch paper?
I just like give everybody tell everybody to have a sheet of paper, And then
Okay.
however many rounds you use, they can just keep track for their own knowledge of how it's going.
Cool.
I just find for their concentration, it gets kind of wonky. And that's okay. That's
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else have questions on that? All right. So we are cooking with gas. Here we go. All right. Quick draw. This is not my game, but I'm going to give a quick shout out to senorachase.com, who's a fantastic Spanish teacher. And if you need game ideas, it doesn't matter what language you teach, she's got a wealth of ideas. And this one is just the bomb. The kids love this. This is a great game to play. And I say game, it's an activity. They're reading. They don't realize they're reading. They don't realize my method is that I'm getting them to read and they get to draw while they're doing it. So what happens is you have a story. You're going to show students a story and they're going to draw a sentence. They're going to pick a sentence. You'll pair them up with someone. They're going to pick a sentence in the story and illustrate it. And you're going to give them a period of time. You decide how much time. A minute is plenty because you don't want them getting all, you want it to be hysterical. You want it to be funny. You want ugly, nasty pictures. You don't want the artists making the non-artists feel like they're like nobodies because I'm a non-artist and it hurts. It's painful. So I am the non-artist. So you can give them a minute to 2 minutes, whatever you want to do. But the shorter the time, a minute and a half is really the max that I go. And they'll fight you on it, but you just keep pushing them along. Anyway, once the time is up and they've drawn their sentence, they're going to trade boards, whiteboards. If you don't have whiteboards, you could just use paper. It's not a big deal. You could just use paper to draw. You're going to trade drawings, and the students need to find the sentence that was illustrated in the story. This forces them to go through the text again and again. And you can say to them in the consequent rounds, the subsequent rounds, that they can't go any earlier in the story. You could put little parameters on it so that they're not always drawing like the first couple sentences in the story, so that they have to go deeper. So once you've drawn something in the first paragraph, you can't go earlier than that in your second round drawing or your third round drawing, and you start to move it along so they have to go farther. So what I did, does anybody have scrap paper with them? Anybody got a piece of scrap paper around that you can grab? Or a napkin? All right, grab something. I'm going to share a story in English that you probably already know. All right, and then let's see. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, can you see it?
Yep.
It's Cinderella. All right, we all know Cinderella. So, what I want you to do, pick any sentence, and right now I'm going to give you 1 minute only, to draw a sentence from that. All right, so have you picked a sentence? Pick a sentence.
Is the goal to be tricky or is the goal to be obvious?
You would like your partner to be able to guess. I mean,
Okay.
you decide how you want to play. You want to do it dirty, you do it dirty. Yeah. If you both guess, you get double points. But you can't tell. All right, here we go. You've got a minute to draw.
Oh my God, we'll beat it.
There's so much pressure.
But I know not this.
Do, 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 do. You have 30 seconds left to create your masterpiece. Oh, I see. Christina's already done. Look at that. It's a fast artist. Oh, Krista's done as well. Michelle, I am impressed. I'm like always crying over my artwork. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, now let's see. I'm gonna take Liz's picture first. I'm gonna spotlight Liz for a second. Hold on. Let's do this. I'm going to add a spotlight. Can we see Liz's picture? Or I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Hold on. All right, let's take a look at Liz's picture. Oh, okay. Hold on. Now I'm gonna share my screen a different way. Watch me whip, watch me nay. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. And I've got Liz. Is Liz back there with me? You can't see Liz. Darn it.
Hey, Amy.
Yeah.
Screen capture Liz's picture with your screen capture thing, and then just
Good idea.
share that picture.
Okay, but I just wanted people to be able to see the story as well. So let's take a good look.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, the best laid plans. All right, let's take a look first. Okay. Oh, does everybody see that?
Yep.
All right, let's go back. I'm going to go back now to look at the story. Here we go. Okay. Who thinks they can guess Liz's picture? Does anyone think they've got it?
Sorry if I missed it. Did you try splitting your screen?
I tried to anchor Liz and share my screen.
You should be able to split your shared screen by clicking on one window up at the top. And are you on a Mac or a PC?
I'm on a Mac.
Mac, oh dear, let me think. I think it is the command and then the left arrow.
So if I go to share screen.
So you with it already shared, just click up on that kind of by where it says, oh my goodness, I can't see it super clearly. Up by your Cinderella story.
Yep.
Just click in that blue somewhere to kind of highlight the screen.
Yep. Okay.
Or the window, I should say. Go up into the window area.
Yep, I'm in the window. It's not.
Okay. Sorry, like up at the very top where you see all your tabs. Yes, click that.
Yep.
And then on a Mac. I'm just double checking my commands. Hold the pointer, full screen, left or right screen. Yeah, control, which is the little Apple button, correct?
Yep.
And then press either left or up.
Left or up. Huh? Did it work? It did something. No. It did something.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I tried.
I'll have to play with that though. But all right, so we saw Liz's picture. Does anybody know what the sentence is? I think I know where it is.
You're blocking the lower half, Amy.
Wrong way?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Who thinks they know what sentence it is? Go ahead, Joy.
I think it's 3 sentences. It is midnight. Cinderella runs. She loses one shoe.
Yeah, I think so too. Is that what you think? Were we right, Liz? Awesome. Okay, let's look at somebody else's picture real quick. We'll do one more. Who thinks they've got an amazing picture? Hold on, I'm stopping my sharing. I'm gonna take away. Who's raising their hand? Let's see. Marie, was your hand up?
Yes.
All right, Marie thinks she's got an amazing piece of artwork. Here we go. Get it real close to the camera. Marie, I am looking at blank page and it's amazing.
Oh gosh.
Oh, there it is. Oh. I feel like Marie might have done the same one. Who thinks that? Did Marie do the same? Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
All right, so do we get an idea of what's going on here? Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Liz, for sharing your drawings, your amazing artwork. Wow, it was overwhelmingly good. I mean, like if you saw my artwork, you would think like, my gosh, you have a future in art. All right, let's talk real quickly about output games. Okay, so output games are games where kids are going to be required to produce a little bit more. I want to share one, and it's actually similar to the descriptive drawings. We're not going to do it so because since we just kind of did this whole thing, but I want to share descriptive drawings. This is a hoot and a holler. I do it towards the end of Spanish 1 or later. It'll only get better with more language that they have. And with descriptive drawings, students are paired up and given a picture, and one partner has to describe it to the other partner for them to draw it. Yeah. I have, in my classes, when I do it, I have half of the class sit with their back to my screen at the front, and I project a picture for the partners to describe. I usually do this as a 2-day adventure. Day 1, one person draws, and day 2, the other person gets a chance to draw. If you've never gone to awkwardfamilyphotos.com, use it for class or not, just go for a good laugh because there are some of the funniest pictures that you can ever do on that website, and you will laugh until you cry. Now, having said that, Craig, I love that your picture is your background, and I think I know what your sentence was.
Which one is it?
It was, but the clock says ding, 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 it's midnight. Am I right? Look at Craig. Very good. Love it. All right, so I want to show you, this is one of my favorite all-time results from playing this game with a student. And I want to say, this was a great opportunity. This kid was the queen of introverts. She was not into participating verbally in class if it came down to her talking individually. But she was engaged, and I knew she was paying attention. And her ability to listen to her partner and create what you're about to see was amazing. So here's the picture. I'm blocking this purposely, but here's the picture here. Look at what my student drew. That was only Spanish. That kid only heard Spanish.
Oh my God.
Is that not amazing?
Wow.
And that's
Amazing.
That's why I say it is so important to do a variety of games and activities. Do the games, like I hate artwork. I hate drawing, but there are kids that is how you're gonna connect with them. Find the games that'll connect. This kid bought in anytime I did something like this. So this was for my art students. Using your music, going to Craig's webinar. Using music is for those students. You taking a picture? I'll get out of the way, Marie. Woo! So find the games that will, your math nerds. Find the kids that love the math games. Do those counting games for them. They'll have fun. Find out what makes them tick and go for it. Unfortunately, you're never going to please everybody all at once, but there are those gold games that you will get them. So that is the one output game that I want to give you. The other one, and I'm going to try it real quickly because I'm daring, and why not? I'm going to share a link in the chat, and I want you to open it. If I can find my chat. There we go. Here's a chat. Okay, open that up. And you can pick one place where it says nombre and put your name on. Just erase nombre and change it to your first name. Well, look at the fancy people moving the circles. All right, all right. I see what you did. All right. Y'all put your own twist on it. While you're doing that, I'm going to explain this. This is like a version, and you probably know the game. This is my attempt to virtualize this game. So we'll see if it works. And if it does, well, then go ahead and use it. This is called Everyone Who, and it's kind of like musical chairs. You're going to have one less chair than you have students, just like musical chairs. And whoever is in the middle, weekend hours out of 11. Whoever is in the middle and does not have a chair, which will be me in that purple circle, I have to make a statement about that's true about myself. All right. And then anybody who that statement is also true for needs to erase their name and find a different circle, but only the free circle. So are you making the crossover how this would work with chairs in your classroom? So in your classroom, everybody's got a chair except one student. And that student's going to say something like, I don't like to eat liver. And then everyone in the group, in the class, who that statement is true for, must stand up and go to a different chair.
Oh, kind of like fruit basket.
Probably, I don't know that game, but could be.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, does everybody see theirs? I'm going to erase the weekend hours up here, just so that we have some more room. All right. So I'm going to make the first statement, and make sure that you have your name. Like I've got my name copied. I'm going to cut it. You got to cut it out when you're done, and quickly find another circle to put
That's
your
open.
name. That's open. All right. Here we go. I love cats.
No, I'm safe.
Oh, look at
Is it I love cats or I love to kick cats?
I love cats. I
Oh,
love
okay.
cats, you wicked man. All right, who didn't get it? And don't cheat. Be honest if you didn't get a place. So, Yana is in 2. We got Katie. Look, Yana's in 3. Yana's like
Donna is multiplying.
Yana
I
is
think this is a problem because we are all trying, like, there's a slight delay with the computer. So
Oh, is that what's going on?
there were like 4 in one circle at a time.
Oh, drat. All right, the best laid plans. It didn't work. Darn
But
it.
if you don't love cats, you don't move, right?
But if you don't love cats, you don't move. But anyway, there's nobody in the purple circle.
Oh,
Anybody want to go in the purple circle? Oh, Sylvia!
and can you
You're
move
so-
even if you do love cats just to mess people up?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I had a kid in a wheelchair last year, in a motorized wheelchair, and he loved this game because he would aim his wheelchair towards the chair he was going at, and it was my job to dive for the chair and get it before he got there.
Oh my gosh.
It was full contact, no lie. All right, Sylvia, make a statement.
I love mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh,
Oh crap.
I gotta go back in my circle. I only eat chocolate, sorry. Sylvia, you gotta get out, go somewhere. Oh, Frau Herman, do you want to make a statement? Where did I go? I'm gone. Did somebody erase me? I'm gone. I've disappeared. All right, so it doesn't work virtually. It was a good idea. Listen, we got to admit it was a good idea.
It was no, this was fun. I think it's fun. I think it works. I'm doing it.
Fun.
Oh,
Even the
you're
delay
so
makes it fun.
honest today. Maria Herman, I feed a fox on my front stoop every night. I mean, not personally. I'm inside the door and he's outside the door. I feed a fox, 2 raccoons, and a possum, and occasionally a skunk. That's not so good. Anyway. All right, but so friends, listen, today was a taste, and I still didn't get to all the games that I wanted to do with you during my taste of things. And I'm going to be honest that I saved my best for the next one. So I thank you so much for coming to listen to some of this stuff. I've got some great.
Wait. Question. You saved your best for the taste for the last?
No, I saved my really, really best games for when we meet next, and you're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Good.
I gave you some of my good ones, but I still got some great ones that I want to share with you. And it's just, It's fun, and I'm gonna answer some questions in a couple minutes. But I want to say that I really appreciate your time here coming to listen. I hope that you have. Has everybody gotten one that they can take away and use?
Yeah,
Everybody
the
gotten
Yep.
something?
Mhm.
Definitely.
All right, cool. And listen, here, this is important to say because sometimes people think you have to do it exactly the way that she said. You take what you like, you leave the rest, and you tweak what can be tweaked for your personality. So I would be honored if you took a game that you liked but would like better a different way and made it your own. That
And then shared it on the TPRS website, Facebook page
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
everybody to take away from.
Yeah, absolutely. Craig, did you want to say a couple things?
Yes, I do. I want to give Amy Marshall a super huge hand if everybody would join me with that.
Yay.
I would love to be in Amy's class. I can see why she has so much fun. She has so much success. And oh, I knew she would. Like, I've seen Amy before. She was in Chicago with us at the national conference as part of a multi-track for experts, and she's just fabulous. And I'm trying to see if I can get her to come to nationals with us, but we need some more signups so that we can bring Amy Marshall. So you guys join us for nationals. Let me give you a discount code, but let me share my screen quick and just wrap it up here.
And then I'll answer a couple questions if anybody has questions.
Yep. With the discount code. So let me just tell you what's going on. On June 16th and 17th, that is when Amy is going to be doing her Games Movement Mayhem full version. This is, we just had 1 hour. This is going to be 6 hours, minus breaks, right? 6 hours of experiencing them. How many of you loved it that we experienced them and she just didn't rattle them off and say, well, do this and do this and do this and do this? That's the worst kind of training ever, in my opinion, because I don't even know what you did. But when I experience it, and then I can go and go, oh, yeah, I just need a deck of cards. Oh, this is so easy. I could totally do this. I love this model. And so Amy has promised that she's going to do this Beyond the Basics for us. Games Movement Mayhem. Join us for June 16th and 17th. It will also be recorded. And so if you can't make it, let's say you're just not going to be there at that time, join us anyways or sign up anyways. We'll send you the videos and you can interact with us online that way. A couple other ones Beyond the Basics that are coming up. We're going to do music in the classroom. That's going to be I think it's going to be a 4 hour using music. Using novels in the TPRS classroom. I think that one's going to be 4 to 6 hours. With Jeremy Jordan. How many of you guys know who Jeremy Jordan is? Yeah, and I think he has 2 more books coming out this next month. Like he's just on a writing frenzy. And then, did I just double that? Oh, and then this is creating a comprehensible classroom. Amy is so come to the More CI, Less Chaos to get a taste and see if you want to create a comprehensible classroom that like Amy has in her classroom. Some of you should go to her blog and see some of her classes in her YouTube channel, and you'll see what it looks like in her class. Right, Amy? Don't you have some of your classes on the YouTube channel?
I do. Yeah, my YouTube channel has videos. There was one year that I traced my 6th grade class through the whole year because I didn't have any good feedback. So there's tons of videos on there. You'll see tons of videos of a variety of different things on there. Yeah,
so you want to watch her and then watch her classes, which I've seen, and I said, wow, I want that for my class. This is the workshop to go to. If you have intermediate or advanced students, we don't have the dates on this yet, but Blaine is going to be teaching how to reach the intermediate or advanced students because he now has a lot of intermediate and advanced students. So he can give you lots of tips. So here, get ready to write this down. The Beyond the Basics discount code for these summer's Beyond the Basics classes is the following. Fluency for All 2025. Fluency for All. It doesn't matter uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't matter. It just has to look like that. So put that in there. Join us for this. That'll be for $50 off. It's 33% off. So and some of you have TPRS University credits that could help apply for this too. So don't forget about that. Also for the if you wanted to go to our national conference, I didn't make a slide for this one. I got busy. If you want to go to our national conference and receive a discount, put in early bird. Early bird. This will work before June. Oh, it's almost June 1st. You know what? I'll extend it another week. If you can do it by June 8th, we'll extend that early bird another $50 off. Right now, it's only at $349. Another $50 off if you can come and join us in Alabama at Joy's school and see the range, the virtual cyber range. Yeah, join us at the national conference. There'll be a beginner track and an expert and advanced track. And come join us, get coaching, all of that stuff is going to be happening there. If you want more details, go to tprsbooks.com. I wanted to share with you, some of you have seen it and some of you have not, but we have updated our website. I guess most of you have seen it if you signed up, but you can get to all of our sites right up here at the top. And if you want to go to find out what workshops are coming up, they're right here. If you want more info on the TPRS conference, it's right here. The NTPRS, all the things that are going to be there, what hotels to get, because we have a discount at the hotels, what are the food options. You can even sign up and do a session proposal. And if your proposal gets accepted, you get a discount off of your registration. And also, you can... Oh, well, there was something else I was going to show. Oh, yeah, that's where you do the call for proposals and room share. If you want to share a room, sign up here, and then anybody who wants to join you on that room can sign up on that document too. Maybe you can share a room and cut the price of the hotel in half. All right, we have 3 minutes, Amy, to answer questions, and then we're out. Go ahead. Anybody have any questions for Amy?
Are we there?
Yeah, we're. Amy, you're so good that they don't have any questions. Everything was perfectly clear.
I want to say that if you come to my long class to the game, I am going to have a document for everyone that has all of the games listed out, how to play them. It's an ebook that you can use. So I just wanted to say that, but
yay! Oh, heck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. So I'll be
great, Amy. I have one question.
Yes.
Yeah, who's that?
Where do we watch the recorded version of today's webinar?
Oh, that's
I will send it out as soon as I get it downloaded and uploaded to YouTube. Now some of you signed up with accounts that may not be YouTube compatible. If that is the case, please put into the chat or send me an email. What is your YouTube compatible email address? Usually a Gmail, or sometimes Hotmail works. Sometimes it doesn't. What is the channel you look, or your email that you use for Gmail? That's the one I'll be sending it out to. And if you get it and you're not able to access it, it's because I don't have the right email address. I'm hoping to do that within a couple of days. If not tonight, late about midnight.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anyone else? We got 1 minute. One more question. One more joke.
Joy has a question in the chat, though.
Oh, Joy, I didn't see it. Okay.
So my question is, how many hours for the full workshop on this?
6.
6. Okay. Because I have to put contact hours in my PD request.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Awesome.
I have a quick question, Craig.
Yes, go
Amy,
ahead, Gabby.
Amy, do you said that all the ideas that you presented today, you're gonna give us more details if we take the course, correct?
Yes,
Correct.
there'll be an ebook that I'll share out with everyone
Okay,
with all of them typed up and explained.
great.
And
Thank you.
it'll actually have a lot more that I'm not covering in the class as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So I'll put we're late. We got to get Amy out of here. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Everyone.
Join us next week for Amy will be back next week for her CI more. So join us next week, same time, same channel. Yep, join us.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, Jen.
Bye, Jen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.